Today is day 4 of the Financial Spring Clean Challenge. I don't know why I said it like that. What am I, Thor? Are we, is
I
the gladiator competition? Welcome to day 4 of the Financial Spring. I don't know why I said it like that.
don't know, but I like it. I like drama.
We love hearing from you. You can let us know how you're doing at the link in the show notes. But today is all about reviewing your spending. So what you got to do is you got to look back at least on the last 30 days of your spending. You can use an app or a spreadsheet or just your eyeball and have a look through and see if you've got any junk purchases or impulse purchases. Because again, just like we were doing yesterday, we're just building our mindfulness, our willpower, our discipline, our awareness. We're just looking to see what things we are having a little bit of wasteful spending on and what things we are having mindful spending on. I bought something really stupid.
You did. Oh, I want to hear it.
I bought something to hang up my ironing board with.
Oh,
I didn't like how my ironing board was in the laundry room, just hanging against the wall, and I don't have a closet to put it in. So I bought this $16 thing to hang it on the wall. Basically, it's tombstone. I have not used that iron since probably 1999. Do you ever iron anymore?
oh my gosh, no. What do you mean? I don't think I ironed ever. I feel like anytime I do have reason that it's going to burn a hole in the clothes because of the amount of dust that's on it.
I don't use mine either. So I spent money to hang something that I should have just sold because I don't use it. I don't know why I
Oh,
got it.
yep.
I have this really cool machine now, actually, where you put your clothes in and it steams and irons it for you. So you don't actually have to ever iron anything. And so that's what I have. But I, for some reason, was like, this ironing board's driving me crazy. What should I do? I should spend money on it. So stupid. So
Oh.
anyway, I now have an iron and an iron hook for sale if anybody wants the ironing board, the iron. It's a package deal. You get all of them.
Oh,
$5.
so
Take it out
when
of.
so when you go into your laundry room now and you see this thing hanging there, it just makes you mad because you spent money on it?
No, I don't see it because it's behind the door,
Oh,
but
shoot.
it lives there for no reason. Like it's just
Yeah.
taking up space. It's aesthetically pleasing. If you go into my laundry room, you're gonna be like, wow, this girl has it all together. I have a jar where I keep the little laundry pods,
Yes.
and I have another jar beside it with seashells in it that I've collected over the years. And then on the wall in letters that I bought probably 20 years ago, it says Aloha. And then there's a little pineapple that a member of this community made for me, which I later learned because I had a pineapple on this very bookshelf behind me right now. And so
Yeah.
many people wrote in and said, are you a swinger? I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't realize pineapples were a symbol for swinging. I don't know
They
where you
are.
people, I don't know. Anyway, so it's now in the laundry room so that I'm not broadcasting all over the internet. But my dear friend Kendra Somerville, who's in our community, made me that cute pineapple. So I've got it and I've saved it. So it's in so I have this like weird beachy themed laundry room for no reason other than I'm like, well, I guess waves are made in here. So this will be the beachy room. But anyway, behind the door is this beautiful hook, and on it is a near pristine 20-year-old ironing board. And so I don't really see it, but I don't need it. It was just such a wasteful spend. I just got annoyed that it was sitting there. And so I thought I better do something about this. And rather than declutter it, I spent money and then hung it on the wall. So that was my stupid spend. What do you
So
got?
what is this stupid spend? I think if you ask my husband, it's when I buy another plant. I don't think it's a stupid spend. It's not frivolous at all. I'm trying to build a jungle in here.
This is always what Jared says to me if I'm ever having a bad day, which thankfully isn't that often, but if I'm ever just, oh, like I had this day a couple months ago, it was just it was like I was like Amelia Bedelia, like everything that could go wrong went wrong. And it was just funny. And I was laughing my way through it, but he could just tell. He's, do you need a hug? And I was like, yes. And then he goes, do you want to go to the plant store and blow some money? I was like, I do. And he's, let me take you to the plant store.
Oh no,
So we did, as you could see, we got some plants.
Nick has never said that to me. Tell
Oh,
Jared to text him because that's like my love language.
if you're a man and you're listening and you still think offering your wife a back rub is going to
Uh,
get you laid, let me tell you, you offer to take her to the plant store. I'm telling you.
well done, gold star, Jared.
I love that he thinks that's a frivolous spend. You can propagate Same as there's just something sometimes about treating yourself to a cute, perfectly curated
Mhm.
little green plant that you get to take home and love.
I just want to add, like I say, to my jungle, and I am propagating people. I am doing that also. There's things hanging everywhere with stems and cuttings and whatever downstairs, but I just love a plant, and Nick thinks that I'm going to kill it. But I'm better. I'm also getting better at keeping them alive.
You are better. You
Yeah.
are cured of the murderous plant spree you were on when you first started all of this.
I used to say that I have a purple thumb and I still can't grow anything in a garden. That's never going to happen. I don't want to do that, but I do love my plants. So I feel as though it's not frivolous unless you ask Nick.
Never say never, though, because here's the deal.
Mm,
Just like with money, sometimes we think we're bad at something, but it's just because we don't know enough things about it yet.
right.
So maybe the gardening situation is that, I don't know, you forgot you lived in Canada and so you're planting too early in the year. Maybe it means your soil pH isn't right. Like there's a number of things it could be that have nothing to do with you.
Or it's that I'm not interested.
That too. Okay, so for today's financial spring cleaning challenge, you are going to review your spending. You're going to look at your last 30 days particularly, but if you can go back a little further, do that, okay? And you're just going to have a look through what you've been spending on. And again, you're going to look for patterns. So there might be a certain, I don't know, time of the lunar cycle where you're spending more or Uber Eatsing more, or then other times of the month. There might be times where near payday where your spending gets a little bit out of control. There might be times where you're very far away from payday and the stress is high, and that might be the type of spender you are. But you're just going to look and see, and again, with zero judgment, have a look through and see what you learn about yourself so that you can then come at everything from an informed place. And it might mean, I have a friend, she has PMDD, and those of you that know somebody with PMDD know how serious that is. It should be called, instead of premenstrual, it should be called pre-murderous
Absolutely.
disaster days. Is what it should stand for.
Yes.
But she has days in her calendar she just blocks out in red and she
Mhm.
says, do not work, do not talk to anybody, and do not spend any money. And she looks at those and she's, oh, and it's really helpful for her. That's like a way she safeguards herself and goes, okay, I've learned in the past, this is not a great day for me to be spending. She also has things she does to be kind to herself during that time. So that's good too. But you might have patterns in your life that you're unaware of. And so this is just going to bring it into your awareness so that you can maybe make new decisions going forward.
It's so funny that we even have to put those things in our calendars. How do we forget that this happens to us every month? Good for her for being aware. Great job. And putting it in your calendar is a really good idea. But this happens to us every month. And yet it's not until hindsight when I go, oh, that's why I had murderous rage.
I think that's what's so cool about it, right? That's one of the really amazing parts about being a woman is that it creeps up on you.
Mm.
It's not like you wake up one morning and there's a bunch of sirens going off and things happening, right? It feels very real in the moment. It feels justified and it feels, I think that's one of the most amazing parts about the female brain is it's magic. And so when we can make peace with that and be like, oh, it is, I am going to need to be prepared because otherwise it is going to catch me unawares next month because I seem to forget every single month that it's going to happen and it does. And
Mhm.
some months, of course, are different than others, but I'm not saying that everything financial is related to that cycle, but that could be one pattern. If you're a dude and you're listening and you don't have this challenge, you might find that you've got other things, right? There's times of the month where maybe towards the beginning of the month or towards an end of a month where, there's certain sales that are targeted to you that you find yourself tempted by, right? Maybe there's patterns like that in your life. So I think it's just important to recognize if there's patterns of stress, if there's patterns of health, if there's patterns of relationship, if your wife has PMDD, maybe that triggers a pattern for you, right? Maybe you could get ahead of that and start planning meals for her if she's the cook. So maybe that's the time you take over. Oh, you could do some laundry too while we're at it. I have an ironing board for you.
Ah,
There's all kinds of things that we can do to anticipate, and that makes us a leader when it comes to finances. The more you can anticipate in yourself, the faster you're going to get ahead financially.
there's definitely a pattern now
Mhm.
that you mention it. When I buy more chocolate,